Oh my God. That's what I'm talking about, Lions.
What's up, Lions Nation? It is Victory Friday after Thursday Night Football. The Lions going into Lambeau and getting it done, my friend. It's me, the Soul Man. As
And
always, we
Statman.
got the Stat Man. Stat Man, we did it, buddy. We went into Lambeau Field, and I think we pretty much dominated them. They had a kind of some spurts in the second half, but we got them.
We went in there to Lambeau Field, one of the toughest places to play on the road. And we put our foot in the ground and we made a statement to the rest of the NFC North, which isn't much there because it's the Bears and the Vikings. But we told them that we're daddy this year. They're all the children.
So now the Lions are on top of the NFC North with a 3-1 record. Packers sitting at 2-2, and of course the Vikings and Bears both at 0-3. One thing that I have to mention is the fans showed up in Lambeau. Holy crap! I think the Lions fans were louder. I feel like there was just a huge amount of them. You're seeing a lot of videos on Facebook, social media with all the blue in the stands. It was pretty awesome to see.
We showed up and we showed out. I mean, you could hear during the game, "Let's go Lions. Let's go Lions."
You could hear that at Lambeau. We got JB in the house. Says, "What up? Victory Friday feels so sweet." Yes, it does.
It does, JB. Yes, it does.
WJ Christopher says, "Go Lions."
Yes, go Lions. I'm excited. The most excitement. What's going on?
Nope. I was just going to say, I just put it up on the bottom. Please like, share, and subscribe because we got another subscriber yesterday. So thank you to that person. We're at 217 now on that march to 500. So getting there. So we appreciate it.
What was nice to see is we kind of let our foot off the pedal on offense in the second half. And it kind of gave you that like flashback feeling like, oh man, here we go again. Is this going to be that time where we just let this team come back and beat us? But no, we didn't. We turned it up a little bit in the fourth quarter. We finished out the game and we won it. And I loved how our defense played. Our defense played outstanding throughout that whole game, minus the garbage points and garbage yards and stuff that Green Bay was getting toward the end. But we played a stout game.
Yeah, the pressure was there from the get-go. The defensive backs played pretty much locked down. There was a couple plays there, here and there, but other than that, that feeling that you're talking about comes from the past. We were kind of talking about this before the show started. You get that anxiousness as a Lions fan thinking, oh, shit, But I don't think we can really have to worry about that as much anymore. I really don't. I think that when the Lions get a lead, I think they're just going to keep it for most of the time. I just feel like that's how this team is playing right now. With the 7 yards rushing against the Browns, need to hold the Ravens to 10 yards or less to keep the number one run defense.
It's a good stat right there.
27 yards he needs. Yeah, not 7. Candace is in the house, says hello, everyone.
What's up, sister?
Jeremy says hello, Candace. Kurt Steele in the house says, "What up, though?" And I know that Kurt right now is having his victory cigar and drink, which I can't remember. I think he said it was like Bacardi or something like that.
You're going to be doing that a lot this year, Kurt. This team's looking good.
He's be walking around tripping over stuff. He's drinking too much. Well, Stat Man, let's take a look at the breaking news coming in today. This was just earlier today. I know a lot of people have probably already heard about this, but Jameson Williams is eligible to play against the Panthers in Week 5.
I cannot wait. He's an explosive receiver. He's shown the speed. He's got hands. And adding to this offense that's already pretty dangerous, it's going to make him that much more dangerous. Now, who do you double cover? You double cover Laporta? Do you double cover Gibbs? Do you double cover Amon-Ra? Do you double cover Reynolds? Or do you double cover Jameson Williams? I mean, there's so many weapons out there. They're not going to know what to do, especially if it's schemed correctly by Ben Johnson. This offense is going to be dangerous, and it's going to be one to be reckoned with this year.
Yeah, I mean, right now they had Marvin Jones out there who hasn't really done anything. So really, the only people was St. Brown and Reynolds. Now you're going to throw J-Mo in there, and that's going to be a whole nother weapon that defensive you got to try to stop. And if you can't double team them all. So, and then you got Laporta on top of it.
And on fantasy football, he's the number 2 tight end right now.
Kurt says, yes, sir. WJ says, I hope J-Mo lights it up. Me too. I don't know if it's going to take a few games for him to get into the rhythm or what kind of – maybe they'll have some little, come around behind, get the ball to Jameson that way. I'd like to see some of that end arounds to him would be sweet because he's so fast. Tom and Amy says, hello, everyone.
I'm up.
Victor in the house says, excellent game. What's up, Vic?
It's always nice to see that cheese get grated in Lambeau.
Victor is one of our longtime fans and supporters. We were talking about last show, we were talking about you guys, and Victor, we appreciate you, my friend.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think this offense just could go up another level with Jameson coming back. It's not like he hasn't been at practice, has he? He's been at practices and stuff, so he's not going to be super rusty, I don't believe.
It was kind of scary seeing Branch go down for the short period of time, but I heard also that the X-rays were negative, so that's always a good sign. You just put it up.
I was just putting that up. Good segue. Good segue. It's like you knew what was happening. Yeah, from what I could find, I couldn't find like a definitive update as of yet. I don't know. Maybe somebody has one. But Dan Campbell said that doesn't appear to be anything too serious with Branch, but they're, again, don't know exactly how he's going to feel until we get going when we get back this week. And like you said, the X-rays did turn out negative. It was scary to see him go off on the cart, but then he came back in, and then a few plays later dropped down again. So that made me really nervous when that happened. I thought maybe it was a calf thing or something, I wasn't sure what actually happened to him there.
Brian Branch is absolutely the steal of the draft this year. I don't even know how he fell to the second round to us. He should have been a first-round pick, hands down. The guy is just a straight baller.
Yeah. Victor says, no problem, fellas. Watch every time I can. Why did he come back in the game?
I think, honestly, he just wanted to be back out there on the field. He looked like he wanted to go back out there.
If a player thinks that they feel okay, I mean, look at Mahomes did it quite a few times with an ankle problem. Went right back in and played it out. Obviously, he tried to go. He did a couple plays, and I don't, obviously whatever happened with his ankle was bad enough where he needed to come out. Branch is a monster getting his jersey.
Yeah, he's definitely my next jersey I buy.
Yeah, I need to add him to the wall. Him and Gibbs and Laporta.
Who knows, if you share our podcast enough, you like it enough, you watch enough, you could be the top subscriber of the year, and I could end up buying you a signed Brian Branch jersey.
Yeah, Statman has a giveaway going on.
It's your choice of player.
Which is awesome. That is awesome. Let's take a look at the team stats, Statman. Total yards, Lions 401, Packers 230. Passing yards, Lions 190, Packers 203. Rushing yards, Lions 211, Packers 27. First downs, Lions to 25, Packers 15. Third down efficiency, Lions 7 for 17, Packers 3 for 11. Fourth down, Lions 2 for 2, Packers 1 for 1. Penalties, 8 for 70 yards for the Lions, and Packers 4 for 31 yards. Time of possessions, the Lions have 37 minutes, 58 seconds, Packers 22:02. So we see the team stats here. Statman, what's sticking out to you the most?
Final possession, first off, we were able to hold on to the ball and keep Green Bay off the field. I think that affected Jordan Love a lot. And then I also the penalties. Lions had more penalties, almost double the yards as the Packers, but we didn't let it affect us and leave that for a reason to lose.
I agree. I actually didn't realize they had that many penalties until I seen it on the stats today. Like, I just must have missed all of it. I don't know. I watched the game, but I didn't recall them getting penalized that much. I mean, the time of possession for me is a big thing. The Lions defense pretty much kept the Packers offense off the field a lot.
And the other thing, what did I say in the pregame? I said that Detroit needed to stop Packers' run game. It was going to affect Jordan Love. He's kind of a lot like Jared Goff. He goes off play action a lot. When he doesn't have that run threat, he's back there like a sitting duck. Our defensive line is too good. We get the pressure too fast for him to be able to sit back there and make reads without the threat of the run happening. You notice real quick the Lions shut that down. Aaron Jones couldn't get started, and neither could A.J. Dillon. They had that two-headed monster that I was worried about, but they couldn't get it going. And I think that's a big reason why we won that game.
Yeah, it's the defense stepping up. I got their stats here, too. Facebook user says Montgomery was unstoppable. Absolutely. We're going to talk about him in just a second, but him coming back and playing the way he did was amazing. And all the roughing him up, he was scared. Probably talking about Jordan Love.
Yes.
Time of possession was crazy. Our run game was totally demoralizing to Green Bay. Yes, it was. Victor, love. We love you too, Victor.
I said it, though, in the pregame show. Like, they have to pressure Love, and they have to stop the run if they wanted to win that game. Those two things happened all game long.
I mean, I think you could say that for the most part for any game that they go into. This defense is going to have to play the way they have been the last 2 weeks, and we have the capability of winning any game as long as the defense plays like that. Player stats: Jared Goff, 19 for 28, 210 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Montgomery, 121 yards, 3 touchdowns. Jahmyr Gibbs, 8 carries, 40 yards. Receiving, Reynolds had 3 receptions for 69 yards. St. Brown, 5 receptions, 56 yards, 1 touchdown. Sam Laporta, 4 receptions, 56 yards. So, Logan, I'm going to go to you first about Jared Goff and his performance. 19 for 28, 210, and 1 touchdown and a pick.
Well, I mean, it's not like explosive numbers that you're used to seeing from Goff, but it's because we had a really solid run game throughout the whole game.
Yep.
You don't really have to pass too much when David Montgomery's just eating up yards on the ground, 5-6 yards a carry. I mean, he was chunking off quite a few big plays, especially toward the end of the game to end it.
Yeah, wearing that defense down. Yeah, I'll just jump on Goff real quick. I think he played good. That interception in the beginning, I don't really know what happened on that one, but he shook it off, went right back out there. At first, it looked like he was going to kind of shy off in the pass for a second, but he got right back into rhythm. I can't say enough about how well Jared Goff's playing. He may be throwing a few picks, but nothing to be super alarmed about. Even Patrick Mahomes throws picks, you know what I mean, if you want to go that route. But other than that, he played well. Let's go to Montgomery. Big-time player for us this past game last night. 121 yards, 3 touchdowns. What do you think?
He played phenomenal. You can't say enough about him. And I'm going to bring this up. It's his first career win against Green Bay.
Yep. Yeah, he was the workhorse for the game. He went out there. He didn't ever look tired either. He never looked gassed. Every time they gave him the ball, he got positive yards. Pretty much, I think there was a couple maybe he didn't. But other than that, he was a beast. If Montgomery keeps playing the way he is, I don't know. I want to go. I don't want to stay on Montgomery for super long because we know how well he did. What I'm concerned about is, are the Lions using Jahmyr Gibbs the way that they should be using him?
I think they are. I think Green Bay did a really good job of shutting him down with Quay Walker. If you notice, almost every play he was getting, Quay Walker was on him like that. And he was on him like white on rice. I mean, anywhere Gibbs was going, Quay Walker was there. I think they intentionally did that. I think they knew the explosiveness that Gibbs shows and the amount of talent he has. You cannot leave him open for too long and give him open field to where he'll make you miss. So they're closing in really quick with Walker, not giving him a chance to make that first move to get that breakaway run.
You got to go back to let's go back to so we've seen Gibbs play every game this season so far. A lot of people are saying that he has no touchdowns. Have we actually seen the full potential of Gibbs, or what's stopping him from breaking out that game like Montgomery had? Is it Montgomery, or is it the lack of touches? What is it?
Well, I was watching what is it, NFL Today with, I think it was Maurice Jones-Drew was doing a tape on Jahmyr Gibbs. And in that Atlanta game, he was making the wrong reads quite a few times. His ball carrier vision just isn't there yet, I don't think. And I think that's what's hurting him the most. He's not letting the game slow down and just coming to him naturally. I think he's just trying to rush through things and not take the right reads. And I think that's what's hurting him. You remember Deuce Staley.
Experience comes in. Montgomery has that experience to know what hole to go to, where to go. And you're right. But when you say that, and I think about it, that's got to. I mean, there's definitely an issue there why he hasn't had that big breakout game yet, because he's plenty capable of it. And that's why I asked if you think they're using him right. Is he getting enough passes? I didn't think he got enough targets in the passing game and to use him that way yesterday either. I thought he could have got a few more.
I think if anything, Laporta hasn't been used enough. There was quite a few times he was wide open.
Yeah.
And Goff just didn't see him.
Emporium Comics, Collectibles,
so, I mean,
Crypto. That is Mike Birch. Do a real quick. Logan's popping in. We got to catch up on these comments. Says, hey. I must have missed my invite to the follow-up show.
Hey.
Fantasy points for Montgomery. They should have let Gibbs run more. I mean, to that, Logan, do you let Gibbs run more when you have a hot hand like Montgomery just dominating?
I don't think so. I mean, Montgomery is a veteran back. He's done this time and time again for the last, 4 or 5 years he's been in the league. I think you got to leave Montgomery on the field. He was hungry last night. Like I said, it was his first career win against Green Bay, and he wanted to beat them so bad. I think he wanted to beat them more than anybody else on the team.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
There was no denying him yesterday. There was no denying Montgomery. If he's hot, feed him the ball. Let's go jump over to defense. Jerry Jacobs, 5 tackles, 2 INTs. Branch had 5 tackles. And then Aiden Hutchinson, 1.5 sacks. Kaminsky, 1 sack. McNeil, 1 sack. And Bugs had 1 sack. So, again, bringing in the sacks. Hutchinson, almost 2-sack game again. Awesome job by Jacobs with the 2 INTs. Him and Branch had the most tackles in that game with 5 apiece. Obviously, I'm not going to put the whole defense on here. And just, like I said before, it's too many. You guys can look it up. But I just put the top people on. But I think the defense played outstanding. And the sack numbers, 2 weeks in a row, amazing.
Yeah, I mean, you can't say enough. I don't know. I think it's maybe the scheme of the defense. I think they're throwing a little bit more confusion at the offenses that's allowing these players to get more pressure. But Aiden Hutchinson has to be the most held defensive player in the league. I swear. He got held so many times in that game against Green Bay, and I didn't see any calls.
Right. I agree. And I love what the defense is doing. Aaron Glenn moving Hutchinson around so much. Don't let him sit in the same spot. He's moving around, and he's making plays. Hutchinson is dominating. He's all over the TV right now. If you watch the NFL Network, stuff like that, they're talking about Aiden Hutchinson and how well he's just dominating so far this year. And it's showing. When you got him, you got guys like Bugs, Kaminsky, those guys all getting in there and making – that's just the line. You're not seeing any sacks from safeties or linebackers really a lot. It's the line that's getting these sacks. That tells you something right there.
I got to throw a shout-out to Jacksonville Jaguars. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for drafting Trayvon Walker and not Aiden Hutchinson. Us Lions fans, we appreciate you for that.
Well, they actually talked about that last night, I think, in the game. Hutchinson, I think he knew 2 weeks prior that he was going to go to Detroit. And he didn't want to go to Jacksonville at all. He did not want to go to Jacksonville. He's happy to be where he is.
Well, hometown kid, he grew up watching the Lions, went to University of Michigan. I mean, that's like a kid's dream come true. Playing school football, graduating, going to college, playing in your own home state, and then going on to the NFL and playing for your own home state team. That's a dream come true. And honestly, I think Aiden Hutchinson loves the fact that he is playing for Detroit and not Jacksonville. He absolutely loves it.
If you think of a player that's the heart and soul of this team, it can't be nobody else other than somebody that was born and raised and played here his whole life in Michigan. You know, like Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah.
He's got to love it. He has to love it, how that worked out amazingly. And I'm glad it did, just like you. Thank you, Jacksonville. But I'm going to catch up. Victor had a question here. But why, when they were up, did they not run Gibbs more? Logan?
I think they wanted to put the game away. They wanted to keep feeding Montgomery. When Gibbs came in, he was getting shut down for pretty short yard gains for the most part. And like I said, Quay Walker was on him like glue. I mean, anywhere he went, even in the pass game, Quay Walker was right there.
Why are you wearing sunglasses, Uncle Logan? It's nighttime. Aubrey.
That's the stat man's look. I've always worn sunglasses. If you've watched my show, I always got the shades on because I'm always feeling it, feeling the Lions. I'm hyped up this year. We're leading the division. We're about to win this division this year and win our first playoff game. Mark my words.
Truth be told, Statman is so happy about the Lions winning every week that he tears up. And when he does that, he likes to have the sunglasses on so people can't see his water yachts.
Yeah, I got to cover the tears, you know. Since we started the show, the Lions were a losing team for the most part, and they lost quite a bit, and I had to cry. And the only way to cover it up was with the sunglasses. So, yeah.
How nice is it when we started this podcast years ago, compared to now, how we're talking about the Lions? It feels so good.
It feels great.
Yeah.
I mean, we would go on 4-hour shows just talking about everything we didn't like. Now we're keeping it to a half an hour. It's so short and sweet. It's like, yep, we won.
Boom.
Yeah, we dominated. Yep.
There is one thing. We got a couple minutes left here. I want to, because we told them that we would. So I'm going to try to see if Mike wants to come in here and just give us his take. Because I honestly kind of forgot. So that's my fault. But we did tell him he could come back and talk about the game. So, and we do have that post on our page. If you're not part of our Facebook page, We're Lions Nation Podcast on Facebook. Find it. Comment on the post. There's a post in there that talks about wanting to be a guest. If you want to be a guest, throw us a comment, and we'll get you in here. Excited, I actually started talking to PC Payload. I don't know if anybody remembers him, but he was a good guest, friend of ours. And he wants to come back on the show one of these times. So excited for that. See how he's been doing.
PC Payload is always welcome on We Are Lions Nation.
Absolutely, along with Kurt. All right, Logan. So we got Mike B in the house. I'm going to bring him in. Let's get his take. Everybody welcome Mike Birch. Woo!
Hey, hello, everybody.
Mikey B in the house.
So we kind of
Mike.
want to know how it feels from your end being a Packers fan.
I feel like a Lions fan of yesteryear. It was definitely an embarrassing performance, especially that first half was. I mean, you guys both used the word dominate, and dominate they did. At least in the first half, the Green Bay came back a little bit in the second, but still, it was, you guys were correct with your dominating comments.
Did you feel like in the second half that did you honestly feel like that the Packers were going to come back in that game?
I was hopeful, but honestly, I know that your Lions are tough this year. I think you guys, have got.
From the get-go, what did you think about the way that the Lions were able to get pressure on Jordan Love?
Oh, I mean, it's
They took
scary.
him out.
It's scary, it is. And if they can play like that every week, man, they're going places.
Now, what about the Packers?
Well, the Packers obviously have some work to do still. I saw that Matt LaFleur was kind of
his face on the sideline when they showed a shot. They showed a shot of Jordan Love, and then they showed a shot of LaFleur, and both of their faces were like, fuck.
Yeah, during the press conference, Matt LaFleur is like, we just got our ass kicked, and you could see that he was visibly not happy. Like he said, he told one of the reporters, "Oh, that was a BS question because it was one, what could you have done, or do you know what you could have done better for the first half?" He's like, "If I would have known, I would have done it." It was pretty entertaining little video to watch.
Yeah, they had. I mean, the Packers, like I said earlier, they had some spurts, but I mean, overall, Lions were just too good for them.
Yeah, but I was, you guys said earlier, when they started to come back in the second half, there you get that old Lions feeling like, uh-oh, but no, it was not to be.
Well, Green Bay played Atlanta really close too. I mean, it wasn't like a blowout loss to Atlanta. They were within a point. So I thought they were going to compete. And my mom messaged me. She's a follower of the show. She goes, "Are the Packers that bad?" I said, "No, the Lions are just that good."
Yeah, the Packers are not a bad team. But the Lions, they are good. They are good, and they're good, and they're going places this year.
All right, we got to ask you. You're a Packers fan, so for the Lions Nation to know, Who wins the division?
You're gonna hit me with that, eh? This early in the year, just
Yep.
already fresh off of a loss to the Lions. Hit me while I'm down.
That's right. The Lions are going to take the division. There's no way.
Can I plead the fifth?
No comment. Mike pleads the fifth. Well, I think the Packers definitely got the second place locked down. I'll give you that. Locked down for second.
Yeah, it'll be interesting when we meet in Ford Field too. I mean, they've got their work cut out for them if they're gonna keep up with the Lions.
Yes, they do. Hey, it is that time, Mike. I want to thank you. I apologize for not bringing you in sooner.
Me, I was just giving you shit.
Yeah, well, I didn't even think about it until you said that, so that was my fault. It just wasn't their day. No, it wasn't, and it won't be. 4 in a row now, the Lions have beaten the Packers, so get used to it, cheeseheads. Well, before we go, one more question. Sorry, Statman, but one more question. What was it like for you as a Packers fan to see how much blue was in your home stadium?
Yeah, I mean that was crazy. Like you guys were talking about earlier, you could hear "Let's Go Lions" pretty well over the, in the crowd. There was a lot of blue there, more blue than I've ever seen. So, I mean that's got to be a good feeling as a Lions fan, definitely. It's by Lambeau Field, coming and invading Lambeau Field and supporting your Lions and walking away with a huge win like that.
Well, hey, Mike, I want to thank you for dropping in, giving us your thoughts on that Packers-Lions game. We appreciate you like always. And, yeah, it's that time of day. We got to get out of here. Statman, are you going to do it or are
What do you mean? We just beat the Packers? We just took the lead of the division? Hell yeah, I'm doing the fight song. What are you talking about?
I'm just trying not to get – I'm at 7 over your night, man.
I want to throw this out there really quick. I was listening to you guys talk about Jameson Williams, and he was still available, so I picked him up with my fantasy football. So.
Smart choice. A lot of people drafted him just to sit him on the bench until he was ready.
I did that last year.
I did draft him initially, and then I dropped him, but he was still available, luckily, so I've got him back now.
Heck yeah.
You're definitely going to want to play him.
I've got him on St. Brown, too. I was hoping for another touchdown last night. St. Brown touchdown. That's
yeah.
ironic.
So is Statman.
I have him in both my leagues.
All right, Mike, we're going to let you get out of here. We're going to have Logan do his thing, Statman, and then we are going to get out of here. Thank you again, buddy. It's good seeing you.
Yeah, good seeing you. Take care.
Have a good one. All right, Lions fans. We are Lions Nation. It's time for the victory fight song. Forward down the field, a charging team that will not yield, and win the blue and silver wave. Stand and cheer the brave, rah, 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 go hard, win the game. With honor you will keep your fame. Down the field and gain a Lions victory. Oh, Lions! One pride, baby. Victory Friday. Let's fucking get it.
Explicit language. One pride. Good job, Lions. Division leaders.
Use my language.
We will see you guys for our pregame show coming up next week. Till then, keep following us. Like, share, subscribe, share the podcast with all your friends. Thank you, everybody that came in and watched us tonight. You guys stayed on this and watched us the whole time, so I appreciate that. We will see you guys next time. Have a good night.
Appreciate all of you.